Today Baba shares a very, very interesting law with us, that good wishes change reasons into solutions. So, you can have a reason for any negative emotion. Yes, you find so many reasons for negative thoughts, negative words, negative emotions, negative behavior. Yes, so many reasons you find in a span of a day, correct? But why do you find those reasons? Because there is lack of good wishes. For example, somebody just coming and talking to you in the middle of the class. Okay, now you're attending the class and somebody comes and starts talking to you or asks you for something. There are two options. You could get upset or you won't get upset. Yes. And when do you get upset? When you don't have love in your heart for the one who has come and is disturbing you. And when you love the one who is come and talking to you, you don't get upset. Yes. And then even if you have clarity that I want to focus on the class, you would not get upset. You would ask them politely that, we will talk later. And just, make them go away, and then you will continue with the class. So whether you take an event or a behavior and make it a reason to justify your negative thought, word and behavior, or you take an event and a behavior and you know that it's not conducive, but you find a solution to it, rather than using that event and behavior to justify your negative thought, word and behavior. Yes. So there are so many events and so many behaviors around us which we take and we use it to justify my own negative thought, word and behavior. And that is what Baba means when Baba says finding a reason. And you would say that my behavior is justified, my negative feeling is justified, my negative thought is justified, my words are justified because this person did so and such a thing. But then is it? Is it justified? Or, I am upset, I am angry, I am in fear because there is this situation or that situation. But whatever is the behavior, whatever is the situation, rather than saying, I am upset, I am angry, I am disturbed because of this, why don't I ask myself what I can do about it? How can I stay in my peace and do something about it? And when will you find a solution? When will you find a solution? When you look for it. But most of the time, and I tell you that from observation and experience, that 99% of the times we don't find a solution because we are not interested in the solution. We are interested in justifying our thought, word and behavior, making that situation or that behavior a reason. I'm interested in that. I'm not interested in finding a solution. And if I'm interested in finding a solution, then maybe 1% of the time you can't find a solution, but 99% you can find a solution. But only if you want to. But what generates the willingness to find a solution and not label it as a reason to get upset, angry, disturbed, stressed, whatever? So what is it that shifts this, shifting your attitude from reason oriented to solution oriented? So that attitude shift happens when you have good wishes in your heart. When you're interested, good wishes for the self first. That I don't want to justify my weaknesses or my negativity, making somebody or something else the reason. And then good wishes for the other also. I don't want to keep blaming somebody for my anger, my upsetness, and then misbehaving with them. So when I start having good wishes, that is called Shubh Bhavna. So just not wishes actually, when I have this pure intentions. It's a loving heart that generates pure intentions. And when you have a loving heart, then you have pure intention for self-progress and for progress of the other. Otherwise, what we do is we keep telling ourselves that I am behaved badly because of the other person, but then your bad behavior is also having its consequences. And especially think about anger. How many times we say that my anger is a result of what you are doing. And I am saying your behavior is the reason for my anger, right? So I found a reason. But then A, what is that anger doing to me? And then B, when I am giving that energy of anger, or through that anger I am finding, I am justifying my behavior, then what is the impact of that angry behavior on the other soul? So do you understand that when you keep saying that, let me give you a simple example. Let's say you have somebody working for you, maybe a house help. And then every time she picks the utensil, she drops one. And then you get angry. And then you say, because she drops it, I get angry. And then you keep saying, I get angry. But are you just getting angry? You're speaking, right? You're speaking rude words also. And then you're shouting and screaming. And do you understand what's happening to that soul because of the shouting and screaming? That soul is also taking a lot of sorrow, creating a lot of trauma because of that. And then that is pap karma. And then we will have to reap the fruit of that pap karma later. And the first pap karma you're doing is creating anger. And that creating anger is damaging your whole system. Do you understand that? When you create anger for once, the effect of it is borne by the body for 8 hours. Your body parameters don't stabilize for 8 hours when you create anger for once. And just think about how much we are suffering because of our own tendencies to find reasons and justify our anger or being upset or being stressed or being disturbed. Let's take stress also. So, I will say that I'm stressed because there's a lot of pressure outside, because the boss is like this, because the situation is like this. Maybe I have 100 reasons to be stressed, but just think about what is that stress doing to me? And don't I have good wishes for myself? Why am I killing myself giving reasons for it? Let me find a solution to it. Let me change my attitude towards the boss. Let me change my attitude. So, when I was working in office, there was one boss and he had this habit of telling something 50 times. And then I understood, I figured out that he has this habit. So every time he spoke, I just focused on if he's speaking something new. So if he's telling me, giving me some new direction, if he's giving me some new instruction, if he's seeing that, then I noted it and I did it. If not, I didn't mind what he's saying and how many times he's saying it. So, you have to start making choices about a change in attitude, change in your focus of attention, change in other stuff, so that is the solution. Mostly things that don't have physical solutions have spiritual solutions. And being soul conscious, not paying attention, changing your perception, that's the solution. So either if there is a physical solution possible, find that. If not, spiritual solutions are there. And even if there is no solution at all, then just give it to Baba. That Baba, I'm not thinking about it, you take it. But you have to find solutions. You can't just go on creating negativity inside and indulging in self-sabotage and bad behavior and actions which are creating pap karma just by saying, this is the reason, this is the reason, this is the reason. And Baba says, when you have good wishes, you will transform reasons into solutions. And good wishes for the self is the first thing. So, when you really love yourself, when you have good wishes for the self, then you make this choice. Because anything negative that you create inside is first damaging you. So, I don't think that if you care for the other, you will choose this. But if you choose to care for yourself, if you have good wishes for the self, you want to be a peaceful and happy soul, you will make these choices. Not find reasons to be angry, upset and this and that. And then second thing that we find reasons for are reasons for not doing what Baba says. Yes, there are 100 reasons why you cannot sleep on time, why you cannot get up on time. You can find 100 reasons to not sleep on time, to not get up on time. What is time? 4 o'clock in the morning. So you can find 100 reasons, but if you have good wishes for yourself, you will not tell Baba, Baba, this is my reason, and that's why I can't do it. Because you see, there was one sister, she stayed with me and she always gave reasons why she can't do what Baba asks her to do. And then I told her, don't give so many reasons to me, because if you give me enough reasons, I will understand. But if I understand and then I stop telling you, that's not good for you. So I said, if you give me enough reasons, I will stop telling you. Because I will understand that you can't do it. But if I understand that you can't do it, it will not be good for you. Because if you can't do it, how will you get the benefit of it? So you give reasons to yourself why you can do it. Don't give me reasons why you can't do it. Because If I get it that you can't do it, it's not going to do any good to you. So Shiv Baba also says that don't give me the reason why you can't do what I tell you to do, because if you don't do it, I have nothing to lose. Will Shiv Baba lose anything? No. He has come from the soul world to tell me how to make my life and fortune better. If I keep giving reasons, Baba will just be a detached observer. Baba knows how to be detached, doesn't he? More than any of us. He would just stand in the corner and observe. But will that help me? No. That's not going to help me. So Baba is telling me what to do and Baba is asking me to improve. That's a very big fortune. And if I keep giving reasons why I can't do what Baba says, that's not going to help me. I have to find solutions to overcome that reason. And if I have good wishes for the self, I will do it. So whether it's about attending the class, whether it's about doing yoga, whether it's about doing Amrit Vela, whether it's about practicing whatever attitudes Baba says, if I keep justifying myself that, my reason is very big, then I am only losing in that bargain. And if I am a wise soul, I love myself, I have good wishes for myself, then I will find solutions, not give reasons. Yesterday I was talking to one Mata and I asked her, why are you not attending classes? Then she gave me 101 reasons why she can't attend classes. And then I said, okay, so if you can't attend, then how will you solve your problems? So she said, no, I want this solution, that solution. I said, no, that can't be solved. You are giving reasons to the one who gives you solutions, and then you think that you can find solutions. He is giving you solutions, but if you say, I can't do what you're asking me to do, then how will he give you solution? He has come with that solution only, na? Study, have yoga, be pure, do seva. That's a solution. You say, I can't do that. He has nothing else to say. So Baba says, don't give reasons. And if you have good wishes for yourself, good wishes for everyone, then you will convert those reasons to solutions. Otherwise, people are just going on giving reasons. Yes, and if you have good wishes for every soul also around you, you will not find what is wrong with them and what is it in their behavior that makes you behave bad, but you will find a solution of how to work together, or how to, with that sanskar, how do you create an environment of peace and love and give them good wishes. If you have love in your heart, love for the self and love for everyone around you. So this is the thing that Baba tells us. Then Baba today talks about he and Dharam Raj being together. So who is Dharam Raj? So have you seen that in every religion there is a mention of somebody who is maintaining your account of karma? So in Hinduism we say it's Chitragupta. He is maintaining, that account of karma and then giving you punishment and all of that. So Baba says that, I and Dharam Raj are together. So Dharam Raj is like my right hand. He doesn't operate without me. So this is why there is a practice of seeking forgiveness. People say to God, forgive me of my sins. But Baba says that people know that, God and Dharam Raj work together. That's why they've asked God for forgiveness. But Baba says that I cannot forgive you, because the law of karma says that if you have sown the seed of a karma, you will have to reap the fruit. So usually when people seek forgiveness, what they are saying is, I did something, now you stop the result from coming. Yes, but Baba says that's not possible. Just like if you have let an arrow go, it's going to strike somewhere, cause some damage. So that's how karma works. Once the karma is done, it's going to have some consequence. And Baba says, I cannot interfere in that law of karma. But I am with Dharam Raj, right? So, when you tell me that, when you tell me about your pap karma, so there are certain things that I have understood from the Murlis that Baba has spoken about how do we go about this thing about karma. So first thing is Baba gives us the knowledge of karma. Yes. So the knowledge of karma is the first thing that we have access to when we belong to Baba. And before that we don't have access to the knowledge of karma. And the knowledge of karma says that when you are soul conscious in Satyuga and Treta Yuga, then you do a karma. And then when you are body conscious from corporate, you do vikarma anyway, you can't help it. But now, when you come to Baba and you do everything as a trustee, so when you do indirect karma with a people and direct karma with God, that is the way to create sukarma. That is the way to create, when you understand that you don't do anything directly with anybody. You are doing it as seva. You are an instrument of God and your direct karma is with Shiv Baba and you're only doing it as seva with everybody. So how do you do this kind of a karma? So let's say you are at home, you are in your Lokik family, in your blood relation. So Lokik family is the one you have blood relationship with. So in your Lokik family, you are cooking and cleaning and you're doing stuff. Then you have to understand that earlier you did it because you were in attachment. Yes, you think that I belong to this person and they belong to me. But now you understand that nobody belongs to anybody. We are just co-passengers on a journey. So now you remember Shiv Baba and do everything as seva. So that's your seva. So you are doing your work. It's your task given to you by drama. So wherever you are, you will perform your task in that context. And that is sukarma. So when you play your mundane part, the part you play in the world, the roles and responsibilities you happen to carry out in the world, if you play them as an instrument, then you create sukarma. And when you are an instrument, then you are loveful, peaceful, happy, joyful, powerful, knowledgeful, with pure feelings and intentions in every scene. If there is no attachment, if you are not motivated by vices, then you will do everything in a very detached and loving state all day. But if you are getting disturbed in situations, then you are not being an instrument. Okay, so if you are in remembrance of Shiv Baba and you're just taking care of everything as an instrument, then you will be very detached and loving all day, and with pure feelings, good wishes, with happiness, peace, you will play your role. Now, this sounds very good to hear, but it's very difficult to practice. Because right now, just think about everything that you do, and you do all of it with, with the motivation of some vice. Either ego motivates you, or lust motivates you, or anger motivates you, or attachment or greed motivates you. Whatever action we perform in this world, it is motivated by some or the other vice. Yes, and not being motivated by vices and being motivated just by this instrument consciousness that I am doing it because that's my role to play, this is not easy to come to. But the more you stay in remembrance of Shiv Baba, this starts happening gradually. So that is sukarma. Then second thing is when I, the soul, do something in Shiv Baba's seva. So Shiv Baba is here. Shiv Baba has created this whole mechanism where so many souls are getting spiritual relief and help. And when you contribute through body, mind and wealth to this seva, that's sukarma. So there are only two kinds of sukarma. One is when you are with the Lokik family in the Lokik context, then being detached and loving and doing everything as an instrument and giving them peace, happiness and setting a good example in the process. So you being a live example which influences them to belong to Baba, that is sukarma. That is your seva done through your face and behavior. And then the other thing is seva done in this, in this task of Baba, contribution through body, mind and wealth, that is sukarma. Otherwise everything is vikarma. So whether you are a doctor or an engineer or a judge or anybody, if you're doing or a social worker or a religious server, if you're doing everything in I am this and I am doing this, it is finished. It is all vikarma. And that is why people who are seemingly working a lot all their life are very miserable at the end of their life. Because when you're doing it with ego and then later that ego is not being fed. So, you think you are doing it, you brought benefit to so many people, you cured so many people, you brought justice to so many people, you took care of so many people, and then those people don't give it back to you. And then you become very miserable because you did it in that consciousness, I did it. And then that becomes the cause for your sorrow in later life. Or you do it with attachment, or you do it with, with expectation that your sensual desires would be fulfilled, or you do it with greed that you want to gain something out of it. So whatever motivates you apart from this instrument consciousness is vikarma, is creating vikarma, because that the simple reason why vikarma is because the fruit of that is sorrow, and you receive that fruit because the seed that you sow is a vice. So when the intention behind a karma is vicious, then the fruit that you get is sorrow. And vicious doesn't mean, violence and anger only. Attachment, greed, ego, everything is vicious. Yes. I will give you one example. There was one brother and he came to me and he said that my brother is very egoistic. So I said, why do you say so? So he said his daughter is having kidney failure and I have arranged for a donor and I have arranged for money also for her to get treated. But my brother says, I will not receive help from you, let my daughter die, no problem. So then he says he is very egoistic. So I said, okay, but he is the father, it's his choice to make. So why are you so disturbed about it? So he said, no, but that's wrong, that's this, that's that. So I said, give me one simple answer. Do you decide whether somebody lives or dies? Are you the person who will decide it? So he said, no. So I said, then why are you so fixated upon, he should receive help? You offered. Now it's up to destiny to decide. And then, when he came to that place where he was free from ego, because, ego is so subtle that, when he has this feeling, I will make sure that she lives, then the brother is not willing to accept that help because he is feeling burdened by that ego. And when he understood that, no, I am being pushy and I have to just, keep God with me and say that, okay, whatever is in the destiny will play out and I am here to offer. When he became light, when he became an instrument, that an instrument doesn't mind whether his help is taken or not taken. An instrument offers. And when he came to that place, his brother received help. And then he got his daughter treated also. So, we don't understand how much we are doing everything with, I am doing it, I am. And this I consciousness, have you seen if somebody says, I am doing it 10 times, you feel like, please don't do it. Better don't do it. So this is how, we are creating vikarma. This I and mine and all of this stuff. And Baba says, no. If you want to do good karma, just relieve yourself with all of this. I am just an instrument. And an instrument doesn't distinguish between I want to do this for this person and not do this for this person. No, an instrument is an instrument. No partiality. You will do it for everyone anyway. And just in the remembrance of Baba with pure feelings, keep doing your duty. And second is, do yajna seva. Shiv Baba is giving us so much sustenance. We also need to, support Shiv Baba's task with our body, mind and wealth. Otherwise, we are just taking from Baba and not giving anything in return. That creates a burden also. So Baba says, this is the simplest way in which I explain akarm, vikarm and sukarm to you. And when I explain this and you do things according to how I make you understand, then you are also befriending Dharam Raj, because Dharam Raj is with me. So if you do good karma, you will be safe from punishment. Second thing, if you are honest with Baba, if you're honestly, if you make a mistake and you honestly share it with Baba, if you are honest and you honestly accept that you made a mistake, then also, you are relieved of some kind of punishment. because honesty, when you are saying it honestly, honestly means you're making that effort to change. Yes, when do you say your confession is honest? When you have made the effort to change. So because Shiv Baba is with Dharam Raj, so when we honestly share whatever mistakes we made with Shiv Baba, then Dharam Raj also listens to it. And that also kind of helps us in getting lesser punishment. Okay, then third thing is Shiv Baba gives us the power to settle our karmic accounts when they come to us. So if we have been honest and we have honest intention to settle our accounts, we are not motivated by ego and say I am right and I didn't do anything and I am not going to make amends. So if I am not in that zone, I am willing to settle my karmic accounts. I accept that I've been in 63 births of vikarma and I have a lot of karmic burden on me. Then Shiv Baba gives me the power and the understanding and the maturity to settle those accounts. So that relationship with Shiv Baba also helps us settle our accounts. So Shiv Baba says, because Dharam Raj is my right hand, that's why you seek forgiveness from me. I cannot forgive you, but I can help you in these ways. So I can tell you the theory of karma, I can make you understand that, I can give you support to settle your karmic accounts. I can also relieve you of some karmic accounts when you are honest with me. And also, second thing, before doing karma, so if you knew that, if you knew that the teacher who is teaching you is going to set your examination paper also or give you marks also, then what you could do is every day you could share your work with the teacher and get it corrected for further attention, that what are the changes you want to make in the next day. Similarly, if you every day gave your chart of karma to Shiv Baba, that I did this, and this the whole day, if you submitted that chart, and then when you submit that chart, Shiv Baba will give you the touching of what to change in what you are doing all day. And mostly, when children submit their chart to Shiv Baba, when they write every day what they did during the whole day and give it to Baba, send it on WhatsApp to the instrument teacher, then in the next day Murli you will find many directions which you will feel Shiv Baba is giving me so that I can improve my chart. So Shiv Baba says that is, giving your chart to Shiv Baba is like building a relationship with Dharam Raj, so that you don't get too much punishment in the end, because you keep correcting yourself at every step. So not too much vikarma, so not too much punishment in the end. Okay, so these are the things that you need to understand about karma and Shiv Baba, and then your relationship with Shiv Baba and Dharam Raj, which is together with Shiv Baba. All right, Om Shanti.